Distinguished guests, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this is historic as it is consequential. This is a very significant moment and a solemn one at that. It is solemn because today we seek to make amends for harms that have never been truly repaid. No compensation can restore a life lost. No reparation can fully erase the pain of a parent who buried a child, a spouse who lost a partner, or a family forever changed by tragedy. It is also solemn because I wish that our late brother, the statesman Raila Odinga, was here with us today. But I want to thank his brother, now party leader of ODM, Dr. Oburu Oginga, for making it to this function. And party leader, I want to apologize for the late notification for this meeting. Although you have spoken and made a statement that is more profound than those who prepared to come for this meeting. This is one of the commitments we made to the Kenyan people. It was born out of a shared conviction that Kenya could not continue traveling the same painful road, generation after generation, protest after protest, tragedy after tragedy. Today, we take an important step towards fulfilling that commitment. I am happy that the Honorable Oburu Odinga is here to represent my late brother, the Honorable Raila Odinga. Many have spoken about these issues over the years. Many have acknowledged the pain. Many have promised action. Today, however, we move beyond words. I stand here pleased that we have reached this milestone, saddened by the circumstances that have made it necessary, humbled by the trust placed in us by victims and their families, and optimistic that this marks the beginning of the end of a painful chapter in our national life. Our country has been undergoing profound socio-economic and political transformation. Across Kenya, citizens have consistently expressed a desire for a future that is more just, more inclusive, and more responsive to their aspirations. Never before, however, have Kenyans expressed such a deep and widespread yearning for change and renewal. That yearning is legitimate, it is democratic, and it is protected by the Constitution. The right to assemble, demonstrate, picket, and petition under Article 37 is not a favor from the state. It is a constitutional guarantee. It is one of the freedoms that define us as a democratic nation. Yet, we must also confront an uncomfortable truth. For far too long, whenever Kenyans have exercised these rights, too often the outcome has been violent, injury, loss of life, destruction of property, bitterness, and division. Families have buried loved ones. Young people have carried physical and emotional scars. Businesses have been destroyed. Police officers have been injured. Communities have been left traumatized. We must also acknowledge a difficult reality. There has been instances where the response to public demonstrations has resulted in excessive use of force, violations of rights, and loss of life. Equally, there has been occasions when legitimate protests have been infiltrated by criminal elements, leading to violence, looting, destruction, and harm to both citizens and law enforcement officers. The truth is that whenever this cycle unfolds, Kenya loses. Citizens lose. Families lose. Businesses lose. The police lose. And our democracy is diminished. Then, almost predictably, the blame game begins. One side points to police brutality. Another points to criminal elements and organized violence, to goons. Politicians trade accusations. Television studios fill with rage and outrage. The nation mourns, and then we move on, only to repeat the cycle again. Perhaps what is most painful is how easily the suffering of victims is sometimes reduced to political slogans. It is easy to exploit public grief for political gain. It is easy to seek headlines, applause, and partisan advantage. What is much harder is to sit with the families who have lost loved ones, to listen to those carrying physical and emotional wounds years after the cameras have left, to comfort those whose